In this video, we'll kind of get used to the um, Alice environment little bit. First of all, there is Alice IDE, this integrated development environment. This visual tool, it's a very graphical. You can see that here, right here, it just shows a simple world. It's a grass and sky. Okay. So basically Alice tries to model real world, so this is the way it tries to model real world. Obviously it's very, very simple here. Well, we'll see when we add objects and everything, it becomes a lot more interesting. Okay, we'll get there soon. So Alice is a very visual language. It enables us to kind of keep in interest by showing everything graphically. Okay, all the actions happen graphically, almost. Okay, almost all actions. And also the coding is drag and drop. You'll see a little bit later that you can simply drag the things here. This is the coding area, so you'll be dragging and dropping here. So then we'll do some adjustments, and that's how the code is made. Traditional languages, other languages, serious language, C, C++, Java, everywhere, we try to do freeform coding, meaning we type in lot of code. So when you type in lot of code, the syntax errors can appear, meaning we write the code that's not understandable by the compiler. Compiler says there's a syntax error. Then that's a very frustrating experience for new students, new freshers to programming. Once people become comfortable with programming, then the syntax errors are kind of viewed as a nuisance, not as a showstoppers. Whereas for fresh people who are new to programming, that's a major issue. Okay, so so Alice kind of enables us to go past that, because since it uses the drag and drop programming and avoids the syntax errors altogether, so that we can focus on the logic. Okay, so we don't need to learn and syntax and logic together. Here we really can test our logic skills, and enjoy that process. Now once we are comfortable with this approach, once your logic is strong enough, then we can move on to do the C, C++, Java later. Okay, so no hurry to do that yet, so let's stick to Alice for now. And let me explain few of these things. This I mentioned already is the world, and here left side is the what does the world contains. Well, world contains a camera, so that's what our camera is seeing, that's what we are seeing now. And there's a light, that's enough light, that's why we are able to see something. Then that's a ground. Okay, and I guess the sky, because the default color is blue, I guess, for the world, so ground is there. Okay, so then when you add objects, basically more the additional objects will appear as well. Okay, so this kind of describes what the world is. So the less number of items, these are the basic items, so obviously correspondingly we have a basic model of the world. Okay, and this is kind of coding area. Okay, so whenever we add code, this is where the code will appear, and it kind of describes the sequence and describes what we are going to do with this world. Okay, and this area, for some time we will not touch this area. Basically when we are going to play, and it explains what will happen when the world starts. Run this method, world.myFirst method, which is this method. Okay, so for example when I will run it here, and obviously nothing happening because we haven't written any code, but the thing is it's always runnable. Okay, so the program is always runnable, well, irrespective whether we have code or not. Okay, any number of lines of code, still program will run. Okay, there's no syntax errors. Okay, what about this area? Well, this area has kind of few things: properties and methods and functions. And properties, what are the properties of the world? So I guess, I believe I highlighted that. And that's the properties of the world. You can change all this stuff, and you can see what's happening. Okay, so that's the properties of the world. Similarly, there's a properties for every object, so ground and light. So every one of them have properties. I won't go through them in detail right now. Okay, just I want to have an idea. Methods. So world, you saw that methods are very limited, but for ground or any other object there will be lot of methods like this. Okay, so again we'll go through them in detail a little bit later. And there are functions we can use. So something related to that ground, and we have few functions that are listed, so we can utilize them as well. Okay, so these are all kind of helpers for the coding, really. So as you progress through the coding, we'll utilize all these things. Okay, so this is the Alice environment, and let's see here. You can probably when you open the Alice, that's what this is the screen it came to, right? So this is the screen it comes to when you open the world, and you can either open the world, and you can go to the tutorial. You can go to the even recent, well, this may not be there for you. Examples is a good one. You can go through each one of them, so go ahead and click around when you are doing on your own. And let me open this and show you. So you have a kind of ball rotating, and are the lights rotating around the ball, and you can see the light on the ball, right? That's just one example. And again, don't try to understand the code yet, so just play with this example, just try to understand what's going on. Okay, in fact I won't even go through many of these things, just to save world, save your work type of thing. In fact, it also Alice also asks you to save. If you don't save it for 10 minutes or something, 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, let's see, preferences. Usually default is good enough. Some font size is the main thing here. I don't use typically any of these things. Okay, you're welcome to click around and see what's going on here. Okay, so that's more than what I wanted to show in this video, and thank you so much.